So with patch 7.2.5 out, it's now never been pretty much a better time to level an alt. If you do plan on leveling an alt for Legion, I highly recommend you go upgrade your heirlooms, at least armor pieces. You can upgrade weapons, I'm not too sure why you would, but it's there. For armor it's 5k to level the next level anyways, and for weapons it's 7.5k, so you're looking at least, if you're going for the experience route, at least your 5 main pieces. So you're looking at 25k for a toon to be leveled, faster leveling for 50%. Now if you have rings and other things that give bonuses, maybe you got like trinkets that increase in battlegrounds and you just purely want to level through battlegrounds, you have those with the ability to be upgraded too. That being said, there's also new toys that unlock flight paths around Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor, and so these are free to use on all your characters too. So if you have characters that are 110, characters that are just regular base 100, that you really want to get all the flight paths on because you haven't picked them up yet, you have the ability to do that now. And if you are leveling, I'd highly recommend getting Conslegion, because it makes leveling so much smoother. It gives you a point to go. You can skip waypoints if you want a little bit. If you've got flying, it'll kind of show you optimal routes to go, and sometimes it can get confused with you flying right to your destination. So there is that, which is just so handy, because with this new patch they've also nerfed Legion invasions for lower levels. Initially they had it so you got to do 3 of the 6 beforehand, and after they took servers down for about 45 minutes maybe, they changed it again to now alts being only able to see 2, or at least that's how it seemed for me when I was leveling an alt. So you still have the Legion invasions if you are questing that you can hit up and whatnot. If you have World Quest Group Finder, you've also got a very fast joining method still, so it's great in that regard. Also, if you are leveling, don't forget to go to your order hall. There are quests in your order hall that'll give you player experience, which as far as I know does stack with the heirlooms. So even if you're just leveling a toon passively, I'd recommend, if you have the heirlooms upgraded, just sitting on that character. Like you could have the cloth heirlooms and put them on a plate character and just passively level that way, which is great. And if you do manage to get to 110, which isn't really hard, there is, with the new crafted, well not new I guess, but there is crafted gear that did upgrade to 850, which can be used with Obliterum, and Obliterum can now go up to 900 item level, which is fantastic. So the prices of stuff have gone up, more alts are coming into the game, which is great in my opinion. But then again, I'm an altaholic, so who knows. So there is also in Dalaran the Zookeepers Boon. I don't know how many people know about this. I know it's been talked about, but I don't think a lot of people are taking advantage of it, especially when leveling alts. I did level a character recently, and it is possible to get them on leveling on the Broken Shore. So I would recommend, since you're probably not going to have any shoulder enchants anyways, I don't know if they still have the ones from BC and Wrath of the Lich King, so if they don't have those ones, obviously I don't know why you'd use BC and Wrath of the Lich King, or even vanilla ones if you still have the Nax ones. You know, maybe if they still have the Cataclysm ones, it might be somewhat worth it. I don't think there was any mop ones, and I don't think Inscription has any shoulder enchants anymore, so you're more than likely going to be going without anything, so I would recommend getting that. It's in Dalaran. You can get it from a dwarf inside this building that I'm about to show you, and he will have various pets and stuff like that. It's great if you're looking to do pet battles on any character, considering I think most of the stuff that you get is bind on account. It's great for passive tokens, which you can use to the pet tokens to buy pets at max or not even max. But you can use the pets or pet tokens to buy pets and sell the pets if you don't even want them. You can use them to level pets. You can upgrade pets to rares. It's just so great in my opinion. Also with, I know demon hunters and mages, you get if you've spec'd into it in your order hall, you get a free 18-hour cooldown that you can use to basically obliterate any world quest, which is great if you have like PvP ones, like maybe you want PvP tokens or you want these pet battle tokens and stuff like that. So you have the option to do that, and it makes life just so much better in my opinion, especially if like there's one pet battle that you really want to do because it gives like 15 tokens and you just can't manage to take the person down. So with all this new stuff and everything comes also the deaths of Chromie, or I like to call it the RNG of Chromie, because if you're like me and you sat there for hours on end beating your head against this the first day, which you were just trying to get it done first day. I didn't manage to. I ran out of time on my WoW account and had other things to do, so I did manage 7 out of 8 first day, but it's like it's a pain for sure. And when it comes to the powerful items, if you did take advantage of it the first day, some people got really lucky. I've seen people get 2 powerful items in one run, which is pretty much like that's the best saving grace you can possibly have for a first day run. And most people were looking towards getting either the Stratholme key or the Well of Eternity flight thing, which I think the Well of Eternity one was probably the best one to get in my opinion, just because the initial dudes that you had to fight in Well of Eternity was just a pain. So there was that. It was tons of fun. If you haven't already checked out the Deaths of Chromie, I would highly recommend that you go and check it out. Go level up Chromie, go get your rep with her and continue on with it, because it is just so fantastic. It is an absolute amazing. They really did their work with this one. So go check it out. Go see what you can. It's probably one of the best things. It might be frustrating at first. You might hate it at first, but once you start getting like 6 out of 8, 7 out of 8, and you're on like about to be 8 out of 8, you're gonna start to get really addicted towards it, more than likely. At least I did. I know a lot of people were complaining in group chat saying that it was dumb and they could only get 4 out of 8, or why is this even in here and whatnot. But it's so fantastic. If you really don't want to figure it out for yourself, there are tons of guides online. Well, I mean, one main guide at least anyways on Wowhead, which you can use to your advantage, and that it's kind of nice. So, well, hope you guys enjoyed this. Go level some toons, because it now is just so good. Actually, side note with this, with Heirlooms being upgraded to 110, it kind of makes you wonder how much longer we're going to be in this expansion, because normally I don't do stuff like this until nearing the end. So is it possible that the Tomb of Sargeras could be the last thing that we see? Sit in it for about 6 months and then move on to the next expansion? I don't know. We'll see. If Blizzard's doing their homework with this expansion, how great it's been so far, I hope that the next expansion's just as good or better. Well, I guess we'll see how things go. Alright, take care guys.